Hello friends, welcome to Gardening with Creekside. I am Jenny and today we are going to give you an update on the greenhouse. I know we were just here the other day, but a lot of progress has been made in just a few short days. As you can see, we have got some posts in the ground, goes all the way down. This is the one side of the new production greenhouse. If you will remember, we are building another greenhouse. This will be 30 feet wide, 72 feet long. It will be the exact same size as the greenhouse next to me, but it will be different in some of the components that it does. Now, what we've been doing yesterday and today, so Jerry, myself, and Andrew have been putting in these anchor posts. This is what is the footings of the greenhouse. It's what holds the whole structure up. And really, this is kind of the most tedious process of the whole building of the greenhouse because you have to make sure everything is perfectly square and level, and it can be quite challenging. So the first thing that we did was to set our 4 corner posts. This greenhouse was a little bit easier than when we did this greenhouse last year because we were able to use the existing greenhouse as a reference point to the new greenhouse. So all we did was just come 3 feet, we did a string, we came 3 feet off the greenhouse and we set the 4 corners. Of course, then you have to make sure that those posts are exactly 72 feet apart from each other, 30 feet apart from each other, and then we used Emily's geometry Pythagorean theorem to make sure that the diagonals were correct. Emily, in fact, is actually filming me right now and she just gave a big old, she loves the Pythagorean theorem. But it came in quite helpful. So if you do the Pythagorean theorem, it means that by a 30-72, the diagonal needs to be 78 feet long. That's how you know that your building is square, and it came out perfectly every time. So we were much, much easier than last year. So then once we got the 4 corners in, they are nice and concreted in, nice and cemented in, and then every 4 feet on center, you have these other anchor posts. So they come down through here. We used the bobcat with the auger to dig all the holes. So we dug all the holes. Andrew and I kind of cleaned them up while Jerry was digging, and then we went ahead and set these in there. So let's come over here, because that's what Jerry and Andrew were doing right now. First, I want you to see, look at this beautiful line. They're all perfectly in line with each other. We did go ahead and run a string line from the 2 corner posts to make sure that they were in a perfect line. And then of course, we have the level to make sure that they are all at the exact same height, because that does make a huge difference when you go then set the other pieces in and all the structures on the side. So just go and appreciate that beautiful line of posts that are set. Now, the lovely clanging and banging that you hear behind us is Jerry and Andrew setting the other post. So you can see how much fun that is. And so Jerry's gonna have some big muscles by the time this whole thing is over. So let's just come over here first. Let me show you what we're doing. We won't get up to them right now, but all right, so these posts are 40 inches tall, and you will see that they have 3 pre-drilled holes in them. They're fine tuning. And then down at the bottom, it has a little yellow mark. Can you get that, Emily? See that little yellow mark? Our greenhouses, these 2 greenhouses have come from Atlas Greenhouses, and they do a great job. So it's a kit. So they mark everything really well. So it has the yellow tip on the bottom, so we know that that goes in the ground. And then we put this bolt through that bottom hole, and all of this is like an anchor bolt. So when we put it into the hole, and then when we concrete it, it's just an extra added support, so that it just holds really well into the concrete. So what they're doing is they have to first, of course, get it level vertically, horizontally, perfectly on the line. And then what they're doing right now is all the banging is the fine tuning of getting them level with one another. All 4 corner posts obviously are all level. They may not look level just because of the lay of the land is a little different, but that's okay because we can come back in with gravel and either dig out a little section if we need to, or add some to certain corners. So that's what they're doing now, is just getting all these in here. So we'll come down and see if they feel like chatting. Do you feel like chatting?
Sure.
Sure. So you have to buzz them up to me because the microphone's right there. So you have to talk to me. All right. How you feeling?
So we got what, 6 more? 6 more, and then
One,
we're
two,
rest of the
three,
concrete.
4, 6
so we're
more,
in good
7.
shape.
Yes, and then what else is coming today?
Gravel. More gravel.
Because we don't have enough gravel here at Creekside Nursery.
Yep.
It should be Creekside Quarry. We should have opened up a quarry because we would have saved some money probably.
Yeah, this one end of the pad, we built this whole pad up. It's just still just way low, so we just need to go ahead and build it back up.
Yep, so we have 2 more loads of crush and run gravel coming to build up that corner. And then for today, once we get these set and get the concrete in, then we'll be done for the day.
Yep.
And then
hat base, like at the bottom, like your border kind of on the bottom is next. Then
and it's metal.
It's all metal, and then
Arches?
Arches.
So
bows.
hopefully, bows, whatever they're called. Hopefully on Saturday, we will be able to get those
we'll
bows
finish
up
this today, finish getting all the concrete in, and then your concrete needs to set for about 24 hours. So that's a good, thing to think about when you're doing concrete, is let that set for about 24 hours before you do anything else.
Right.
Depending on temperature.
So we'll get them concreted in today. Today is Tuesday, and then it's going to rain for a couple of days, and then hopefully Saturday is going to be pretty, and we'll put the bows up then, because we'll do a video of that, but there's a lot of tension that gets put on both of these bows, so you've got to make sure that your concrete is really well set before you do that.
Yep.
And then you'll have like the whole structure looking thing of the greenhouse.
Yep. Yep.
But other than that, I mean, we're rocking and rolling compared to last year.
Yeah, good shape.
We are in good shape. So I want to come show you, we'll let them get back to work. Come here and I want to show you what we're talking about as far as, and I know we're dealing with the sun. Sorry about that. Hopefully you're not being blinded right now. To show you the perspective here, Em, if you'll come stand over here so we can see. All right, so see how much this gravel is up. The actual original grade of the ground was this dirt over here. And then Jerry has had to keep building up. He didn't realize he was going to build up this much with gravel, because that very back far corner is our highest point. So we had to really make sure that this is being built up. Obviously we have a really steep drop off right here. So that's what those 2 loads of gravel will want to be, kind of shore this up, smooth this out some. We'll use some at the base of those anchor posts again, just to kind of smooth out and get fresh gravel. And then we'll put the rest of it down the center of the greenhouse, because you don't want the greenhouse floor to be flat, or heaven forbid, definitely not concaved in. We want the highest point to be in the center, and so the water sheds off of both sides. So that's what we're doing. Hopefully the gravel trucks will be here soon. Of course, we'll keep you updated on everything that's going on, but if we don't talk to you again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. So the first gravel truck is here, so I thought you might find it a little fun to see everything that happens when a gravel truck comes. It's always fun to watch. It's be real loud. Not too bad. but it's always, that is one whole truck. I think that's about 20 tons of crush and run. Jerry and Andrew have gotten all of the anchor posts in. I will stand corrected. I made a mistake. Those are not 40-inch posts. If they were, you would think, man, Jenny is really short. Those are 72-inch posts. When I was looking at the instructions, depending on the size of the greenhouse, anyway, I misread. They're not 40 inches. They're 72 inches tall. So they're all in. We're going to move around the gravel. So once again, I will say thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.